friends, I am Dr. Asha Bakshi from Indore. I welcome you to this clinical question answer series. We all have some queries in our day-to-day practice. I hope this video series will help you solve some of these queries. Hi, my next question is to Dr. Sheetal Savankar. Dr. Sheetal Savankar is a young dynamic gynecologist, infertility specialist from Juhu, Mumbai. Sheetal, my question to you is, what is the role of IUI in unexplained infertility and when you refer these patients for IVF?
Thank you Asha ma'am for the kind introduction. I am Dr. Sheetal Savankar, Clinical Head of Morpheus Mumbai. So as we all know, 30% of all infertile couples suffer with something called as unexplained infertility or idiopathic infertility. So how do you define unexplained infertility? Unexplained infertility is something that when you exclude the common causes of infertility and you do certain investigations which include factors like ovulation, you rule out semen analysis and you do the tubal factor investigations, that is you do tests like hysterosalpingogram and you do something called as you do an laparoscopy, and when all these tests are normal, that is when you define a patient as to, or the couple as to have an unexplained infertility. So is there a role of an IUI cycle in such patients is what we are going to talk about. Now what exactly is an IUI cycle? And we all know that IUI definitely has a role in ART. Now the goal of an IUI cycle is to place as many active sperms as close to an ovulated egg so as to increase the chances of conception. We all know that as per the NICE guidelines, there is no role of IUI in an unexplained infertility. As per NICE guidelines, it was said that in an unexplained infertility, you are supposed to give the couple expectant management for 2 years, and if it doesn't work out, then the patient is directly shifted for an IVF treatment. IUI has no role. But if you see the Cochrane review, in 2020 it was said that the patient has to be given the role of IUI with ovarian stimulation, either with oral ovulagens or with gonadotropins, definitely had a role, and the chances of conception were much higher compared to no treatment or expectant management. So if you see, even literature has contrasting results. So what I personally feel, or even literature has contrasting results, so in a country like India, we should discuss options with the patient. We should give patients a choice. Cost also is an important factor. We should discuss these options with our patients. We should tell them that these are the options which are available, and we should give them a choice that these are the options which are available and tell them which is the best, and discussing these options with the patient can choose, and then we can go ahead. So what is the time that the patient can decide and we can decide that we have to shift and go ahead with an IVF treatment? So after trying cycles of IUI, either with oral ovulagens like clomiphene citrate or letrozole, or 3 to 6 cycles of gonadotropins, if the patient has not conceived, that is the time we need to shift for an IVF cycle. Or in patients or women who are more than 38 years, that is definitely an indication where IUI is not going to work, and that is the time where we have to shift for an IVF cycle. Thank you very much, Asha ma'am. Thank you.